It is a beautiful evening for USL League Two soccer in Creve Coeur, Missouri, just 20 minutes down Interstate 64 from downtown St. Louis, the soccer capital of the United States. Good evening and welcome into tonight's contest between FC Ambush and the Des Moines Menace on the Spartan Digital Network. I am Ethan Hannaford. Pleased that you are joining us in tonight's matchup. Should be an exciting one taking place at Spartan Field from the campus of Missouri Baptist University. Two opposites facing off tonight. Des Moines playing their second game and first road game of the season, and they enter with a 1-0 record after defeating Santa Fe by a 3-1 final last Saturday. The Menace, one of the best teams in the USL2's long history dating back to 1994. The two-time national champions looking to continue their solid start to the campaign tonight against FC Ambush. The home team here tonight that is looking for their first victory in franchise history, the FC Ambush. Tonight marks the fourth contest of 2025 that the Ambush have played in, meaning that following tonight's game, they will be a third of the way through their inaugural season. The last time the Ambush played on their home turf, they fell to the reigning national runner-ups Peoria City by a 2-1 final after dropping back-to-back road games of recent FC Ambush, looking to get into the win column here tonight at Spartan Field. Let's go ahead and we'll take a look now through the starting lineups. First for the visiting Des Moines Menace, as mentioned, a 1-0 record. The first matchup between these two teams and the franchise's history. A 4-3-3 will be being ran tonight for the Menace. On the back line from left to right, Schaefer, Endo, Gutierrez, and Shimanishi. In the midfield, Saavedra, Jones, and Husakuski. And up top on the attack, from left to right once again, Hagen, Backstein, and Okawa. For your hometown FC Ambush now, we take a look at the starting lineup. Oh, my apologies, I forgot about the goalkeeper for Des Moines. Enzo Carvalho will be defending the Menace's net. And now to FC Ambush. Drexler in net. That is Alex Drexler, and a 4-3-3 also being ran for FC Ambush. On the back line from left to right, Pauly, Dawson, Hamler, Shalbad. At the midfield, Guffey, Kovacic, Cruzri, Juan Kamal. And at the attack, Gates, Locker, and Cunningham. We'll take a quick break and we'll return in just a moment right here on the Spartan Digital Network. How long is this break? Okay, about a minute left. Okay, thank you. We return to Spartan Field on the campus of Missouri Baptist University in Creve Coeur, Missouri for USL League to play. The second game being played here in Ambush. USL League 2 history, wearing the dark colored kits. You can see on the back of those jerseys, once we get a zoom in on them, the St. Louis skyline, the arch on the backs. And on the other side, The kits for the Menace, white and red jerseys with red shorts. It should be an exciting one here tonight. A lot of success has been had in Des Moines, Iowa in the almost 30 years of history for the Menace, and the Ambush having a lot of success in the Major Arena Soccer League, and are looking to carry it outdoors here in the USL League 2. Just moments away from getting started as the two teams taking the pitch. FC Ambush coached by Jeff Locker. And on the other side, Des Moines, coached by Charlie Latshaw III. Locker is assisted by Christian Briggs, Donnie Alberti, James Swainer, and Robert Juan Cristiano. Latshaw with Des Moines, assisted by Josh Clark, Michaela Buchwitz, and Raul Diaz. The two teams huddle up, they break their huddles, and we will get started here momentarily. Beautiful night for some soccer on the pitch here, just outside of St. Louis. Tonight's referees, Matt Geringer, Nicholas Rosa, Adam Drees, and Logan Clark. FC is captained by Grant Locker, scored the first goal in the Ambush's USL League 2 history 2 weeks ago on a penalty kick against Peoria City. On the other side, Des Moines, captained by Luke Husikuski. Des Moines will start off with possession, and we will get underway as soon as we get the whistle from the head referee. And just like that, we are underway here. Beautiful night for some soccer as a part of the USL League 2, and we are pleased that you are joining in. We saw to start off the first contest here at Spartan Field a couple of weeks ago. FC Ambush had a real big issue being able to get the chemistry going for them. The possession was not very good. Peoria City controlled the large majority of the first 60 minutes, and at half, they had a 2-0 lead. Since then, though, FC Ambush still looking for their first victory, but they look a little bit more comfortable on the pitch. Want to see if they can get going here. A fast start would be the big key to this one for them. As mentioned, Alexander Drexler in goal for FC Ambush, and he has been solid to start off the season. His defense, the first two games of the year against a very good Peoria City, didn't help him very much. But he has made big save after big save and has kept his team in contests. So as mentioned, we'll see if FC Ambush can get their first win in franchise history on this lovely evening. So far, early in this one, through about 2 minutes, Des Moines doing a nice job here, keeping possession on the back line now to the far side. No switch fields to the near side where it's Schaefer with it. Touches it inside the 18-yard box and almost shot into the goal. Fortunately, the back line clearing it away. Somehow that one got past the hands of Drexler, but someone on the back line, I want to say that it was Hamler, able to clear that one away. And fortunately, no score still here in St. Louis. Rondo with it now. He'll send it back to his keeper, Carvalho. To the edge of the 18, headed out by St. Louis. To the foot of Locker. Now on a run. On the attack here, opportunity for St. Louis. John Gates with it. Tried centering it, but it's cleared out. St. Louis still with possession. Whistle blown, foul called. Nice job there by Kafejic, drawing it. And now the ambush will have a free kick here. About 34 yards out from net. Bobby Pauley and Grant Locker, the two captains, once again, as we saw week 1, will look to take this one, and we'll see who does. Locker sends it in to the far side, and no one gets a touch on it. It will be a goal kick. So the set piece does not work out for the ambush. And Des Moines with it now. A little bit too much heat on the through ball, and it's back with Drexler now. And you could tell a much more relaxed fashion of play. Sometimes, all these guys coming in, the large majority of them, I should say, from their schools, not used to playing with one another. Takes a little while to build that chemistry, to adjust, and once you get some minutes on the pitch together, who knows what can happen. And let's hope that for FC Ambush, that ends up being a plus tonight. It did not take Des Moines very long to build chemistry. A 3-1 victory against Santa Fe last Saturday. Good 1-2 though, but an even better job by the back line for the ambush, knocking it away, and last touched by Des Moines, so St. Louis will have a throw in here. Shalbad taking it, the right back. Touched by Cunningham, but now cleared out. In the center circle. Guffey has it taken away off of his foot, and now perhaps something here on the counter for Des Moines. Des Moines with one good opportunity early in this one. And the ball sent in too strong, ends up with Drexler, and the ambush will restart. The ball of their own, too much on it. Sent there from Hamler, the center back, ends up with the back line for the Menace. Second game that the ambush are playing this week, having lost on Tuesday evening against Springfield FC, a 1-0 final. Last Saturday, their second straight contest against Peoria City, a 3-1 loss on the road. Gates trying to get to it before Carvalho, and an offside whistle is blown. You can see that, you see the smile on Carvalho's face. He for a moment thought that the whistle was blown on him. a sigh of relief, and he'll start with it. Wearing the all-pink kit. Still holding on to it, and with a little bit of pressure, he will send it away to midfield, to the back line for the ambush. On the foot of Cunningham, entering into the 18. Tries to center it. Knocked away by Des Moines. The ambush still with possession. Kafejic might put something on here as he enters the 18. St. Louis much better possession to start off the night. They send it into the corner. Cunningham on his foot. Pauly will try to send it in here. Good touch finding Cunningham, but knocked off of his foot by Bockstein. And now a whistle blown. Foul called on FC Ambush. And the opportunity over for the moment. Enzo trying to make a run here. On the far side, Des Moines entering into the 18. Opportunity to put a shot on, deflected in front, diving on it is Drexler. We see Juan Kuzri get a touch on it for the first time. Good ball sent here. Cunningham has it as he tries to beat the defender. Into the 18. A shot! Ends up with Carvalho. Just a bit too strong of a last touch. Probably regretting taking it. The best opportunity of the night for the ambush. Sent up to the midfield now in the center circle. Ball sent into the near corner. Hagen tries getting around Shalbad. Not able to do so. Last touched by the ambush. Out of bounds. And it'll be a throw-in near the corner flag. Nothing to it as it's knocked away by Shalbad, so we'll have another throw-in just a little bit farther away from the corner flag, probably 10 yards or so. Nice play there by Shalbad. Entering into the 18 here, Des Moines. Okawa with it. Gives it back to Jones. Now Okawa trying to send something in. He centers it. Ambush get a touch on it and they knock it away. Cunningham trying to beat the defender to it. He's able to, and as a result, he draws a foul. A whistle blown now. Cunningham a little bit slow to get up. But returns to his feet. A nice job by the forward. Out of Butler University. Originally from St. Louis, was a redshirt freshman last year. Had a lot of success at SLU High where he tallied 48 goals over his time playing club with MLS Next. Was also a team captain for St. Louis Scott Gallagher where he led the team in goals his 2 final seasons, and we've seen him all over the pitch here tonight. John Gates putting good pressure on, forces the turnover for the ambush, and now knocked out of bounds. And it will be FC ambush ball, a throw-in right around midfield. Shalbad throws it in. First touched by Des Moines, but back with the ambush now. Locker, the captain, gives it off to Juan Kuzri. Attempted cross there from Locker, but it's cleared out by Des Moines. Back to the ambush. Shalbad carrying down the near sideline. He'll send it in. No one's home. It goes on 2 bounces to the goalkeeper, Enzo Carvalho. Carvalho, this past spring, a grad student at North Carolina State. Opportunity here, numbers entering into the edge of the 18 for Des Moines. A shot with the left deflected out front, and the ambush come away with it. Sent back up. Gates tries to draw the foul, not able to do so. Back to the back line for Des Moines. Just about 15 minutes into play here in Creve Coeur, Missouri, on the campus of Missouri Baptist University. Lovely campus here, just outside of St. Louis. Right next to the well-known Christian Brothers College, otherwise known as CBC. Been a pretty even start to this one. Both teams having good opportunities, but I think I would give the edge to the ambush early in this one as far as who I've liked a little bit more. Very close here. Let's see if St. Louis can do anything with it here. A couple of reserves for Des Moines get up and loose on their own sideline. Ball sent in, headed out by the ambush. Nice job there by Connor Dawson on the back line. Shalbad takes that one away. Good touch, sends it up to Gates. Correction to Cunningham, he's knocked down. Oh, that was Gates, forgive me. John Gates plays just down the road, 20 minutes away in St. Charles at Lindenwood University. They had an excellent season. This past year, 4 goals, 7 assists, which was 3rd in the Ohio Valley Conference. He's still looking for his first here in USL League 2 play. He's also all OVC second team. Lindenwood playing in the Ohio Valley Conference in their transition to Division I. Grant Locker and Bobby Pauley will head to the corner flag. It looks, though, like Locker's going to take this one, as he's taken most. And an opportunity for the ambush to score their first set piece of the year. Locker sends it in. Nothing of the opportunity there. I believe it was Cunningham that got ahead on it. But headed out of bounds, and a goal kick, and we're back underway. Pauley with it. Centers it, finding Juan Kuzri. Dawson trying to find Cunningham, able to do so after being touched by Des Moines. Locker centers it as they look to switch fields now. They will do so to the back line. Dawson. Shalbad up the line. Finds Juan Kuzri. Good ball movement here for the ambush. Kafejic tried to send it in, but it was headed out and cleared away out of bounds by Des Moines. And St. Louis will have a throw-in. Juan Kuzri for a moment held on to it, but now he'll give way to Shalbad, who has thrown in just about everything here on the near side, being the right back. To the corner of the 18, one bounce, two bounces, and it ends up in the safe hands of Enzo Carvalho. Ambush controlling a decent amount of the possession. They entered tonight's contest carrying possession for 47% of the first three contests that they competed in. Out of the 144 teams in the USL League 2, that was good for 51st. Thrown down the far sideline, headed by a couple of ambush. Juan Kuzri makes a nice move now, sends it to the near side. Shalbad sends it in, headed forward and flicked just a bit far wide. Great attempt there for the ambush. John Gates with his best opportunity of the evening. Goal kick for Des Moines. Whistle blown and a foul called outside of the 18. I believe that's Bachstein that's down. And let's see if a card is drawn. No card drawn, but this will be a great opportunity. Free kick will be taken here. 24 yards out. Joshua Saavedra. Puts it on, and it's just above the crossbar. That was Okawa that took the shot. He was next to Saavedra. They were the two. Close but no cigar for Des Moines, who miss out on an opportunity just about 22 minutes in, and now the ambush will restart. They try to send it up, but it's taken away by Des Moines. In the center circle. Enzo now finding Schaefer. Good ball, a 1-2 that ends up with Schaefer striking up the near side. Cutting back in now, he centers it, finding Jones. Thought about sending something in, instead electing to send it to the far side, where it's with Okawa now. Back to Schaefer. Okawa centers it. No one home and an offside flag up on the far side. So regardless, what looked like it was a great opportunity for Des Moines, perhaps one of their better ones of the evening, ends up in another missed opportunity. Drexler sending his back line up. He'll look to clear this one out. In the all-blue kit, to the center circle, it takes a bounce. Gates tried getting ahead on it, wasn't able to do so, and it ends up with Bachstein. To Okawa. Now on the back line. Jones. To Hagen. Dancing, and a save made by Drexler. What a shot put on there. Great moves by, that was Shimanishi who came attacking forward. Just about 25 minutes in, still no score here at Spartan Field. The Ambush looking for their first win in USL 2 history. Des Moines, on the other hand, has done plenty of that during their time here in League 2. 2 national championships, 2005 and 2021. In their 30 seasons of play, a record entering into tonight's contest of 292 wins, 126 losses, and 45 ties. Last year, finished in first place in the Great Plains Division, which the FC Ambush have joined. Counter opportunity here for Des Moines. Schaefer with it. Now to Endo. Tried putting one on, and now Bachstein has it deflected off, and a handball is called on Des Moines. FC will get it. Drexler will send this one away. 4 yards outside the 18. He stands on the 18. "18 minutes to play until the 45-minute mark. Cunningham looking to beat the keeper to it, but Carvalho, thanks to that large wingspan, able to get to it first, and they continue pace here. Husakuski sends it in, and Drexler able to use his height to his advantage, the span, beating Bachstein to it. All kinds of room here on the back line for Shalbad to send it to Dawson. Now back to Hamler. Tries finding his midfielder, but Jones gets to it first, and now opportunity here with Hagen streaking up the near sideline, cutting back in. Side the 18, he puts a shot on, deflected away. Good defense there for the ambush. I believe that was Dawson who got a touch on it, perhaps Locker. Juan Kuzri. Guffey to Pauly. Sent up, streaking forward is Kafejic. Fighting for possession, and it rolls out of bounds. Last touched by the ambush. It'll be a goal kick. We near the 30-minute mark here at Missouri Baptist University. Saavedra finds Jones. Back to Jones. Good through ball sent. Schaefer sends one in, headed away by the ambush. Back to Des Moines. Husakuski to Leslie Jones. Now to the far side. Shimanishi is there. Looking to cross. On the ground. Getting a touch. Still inside the 6. What a save! A right-handed save by Drexler. Oh, great opportunity there for Des Moines. And it'll lead to a corner kick, but for now, we remain scoreless. Corner opportunity now for Des Moines. On the ground, sent in. Leslie Jones looking to send one in. A good touch, but it's headed out by the ambush. Take a look at the replay here on that shot opportunity prior to the corner. Boy, what a great opportunity there by Okawa, and an even better save. And now a second straight corner. Sent in with the left, punched out by Drexler. Another shot put on, and if it was a field goal, they'd have 3 points, but unfortunately, wrong sport. We remain scoreless here at Missouri Baptist. I think that was Jones that put that shot on. Drexler sends the back line forward. He boots this one away on the goal kick. It'll land off the head of Husakuski. Des Moines still with it, Bachstein. And a whistle blown, man down. And the referee motioning for the athletic trainer to come on to the pitch. Perhaps blood, I'm wondering, but it was Owen Guffey that was down. He's up to his feet now as the athletic trainer takes a look. Doesn't look like it was blood, but they are going to make Guffey take a breather here and exit off to the sideline for just a moment. Perhaps protocol. Don't want to speculate here, but he'll re-enter immediately, so he's all good to go. Nearing the 33-minute mark. No score between FC Ambush and the Des Moines Menace. Schaefer has it knocked away. He'll throw it in. Finds Bachstein. Right back to Schaefer. Perhaps going to send something in. Instead, gives it off to Bachstein. Will he put a shot on? He centers it, and it's off the right post. Oh, great opportunity for Des Moines to take a 1-0 lead. Unable to do so. And we'll see if we can get a look at that in just a moment. What a great opportunity by Bachstein there. And just moments later, it didn't take much longer. The first goal of the night is put in by the Des Moines Menace. It was the captain, Luke Husikuski. And it felt like it was pretty even for about the first 25, 27 minutes of this one. Luke Husikuski with the goal to make it 1-0. His first of the season. Unassisted, makes it 1-0 at the 34-minute mark. So all of a sudden, FC Ambush playing from behind, and now another opportunity after a turnover. Bachstein has it on the edge of the 18. Fortunately, the Ambush able to take it back away, and another turnover on the edge of the 18. Shot put on, wide left by Hagen. One 0 our score after Luke Husikuski, the senior out of North Carolina, Charlotte, sends one in to make it 1-0. A lot of positives tonight so far for the FC Ambush as they try to win their first game in USL League 2 history. But they'll have to work from behind before doing so. Free kick here, taken right in front of the Des Moines bench. Grant Locker will take it. Sends it in. Oh, is this a good opportunity? First touched by Des Moines, and let's see if they were able to clear it left of the corner flag. Looks like there was a collision to the right side of the goal because the keeper, Enzo Carvalho, is down. Slow to his feet. But he is good now, and let's see, it looks like they're going to roll this one a corner. So another opportunity for the Ambush to try and even things up here at the 37-minute mark. Locker and Pauly. Locker will take it. Put in. First touched by the Ambush. And a missed opportunity. Boy, a shot put on there by Clayton Hamler. and it went wide left. After a solid start to tonight's contest, the Ambush have had momentum turn away from them. Let's see if they can turn momentum around here. Just crossing the 39-minute mark. Kusikuski, the goal scorer, sends it off. Now to Bachstein right outside the 18. Leslie Jones to Shimanishi. Cleared out by Pauly. Back to Des Moines. Endo to Schaefer. Back to Endo. He'll send it back to his keeper, Carvalho, out of North Carolina State. Gutierrez finds his way through the line. Now an opportunity for Hagen. He crosses it in, headed out by Pauly, but to Bachstein. With the left, puts a shot on. Knocked away after being deflected by the Ambush. It goes right to John Gates. He'll send it up. Cunningham on the run. Tries getting a first touch on it. Jones is there as well, battling for possession. And the victory to Des Moines as Jones able to get it off to Gutierrez. And now the back line with it. Hagen. Last touched by the Ambush. They keep it in, though. A good takeaway. They send it all the way to the keeper, Drexler. And they'll try to restart here. Nearing the half here. 4 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. Good couple of touches. Locker finding Cunningham, but the offsides flag goes up. Two goals scored in the first three contests so far. One at home here so far. That was Grant Locker from the spot on a penalty kick. Jones to Bachstein. Gates gets a foot on it. Now the opportunity for counter. Locker. No, Cunningham has it stripped away. What a play by Bachstein. And now an opportunity sent in, and it's touched by Drexler into the hands. Fejic to Drexler to the near side. Dawson with it. He'll look to send something up here perhaps. Instead he'll keep possession, and now he'll do so. No one's home though. And it'll make its way all the way inside the 18. Carvalho will pick it up. Throws it towards Endo. Now Okawa to Gutierrez. Leslie Jones back to Okawa. Good chip there, finding Schaefer. Excellent chemistry being shown here by Des Moines, trying to perhaps put another one in here prior to the conclusion of the first half. We have about 90 seconds remaining plus stoppage time. And a whistle blown. Foul called. On Gates for the ambush. Endo gives it off now. Hagen sends it to the far side where Shimanishi enters into the 18, dancing his way towards the net, and it is last touched, it looked like, by Pauly, so this will be a corner kick opportunity right before the end of the half. Saavedra and Okawa there. Okawa gives it off to Saavedra. Now Okawa. Leslie Jones inside the 18. Touched by Hagen, but he's not able to settle it. And it rolls out of bounds. Looking to move with some pace here. Drexler quickly finding Shalbad. Gives it back to his center back, Dawson. Back to the keeper. Drexler will send it forward now. Just 1 minute of stoppage time added on here as we hit 45 minutes. Dawson, good sliding tackle there to send it outside. Pauly sending it forward to Jones. Back on the foot of Jones, trying to send it in. It's cleared away by St. Louis. Saavedra to Okawa. Touched by the ambush. They have possession. Pauly with it. Has it taken off of his foot. But Guffey was there to clear it back out. Correction, Kafedjic was there to clear it back out. Last opportunity here likely before the half. Jones will send it to his back line, and it'll just be a moment before the whistle is blown. There it is, and that concludes play here in the first half. 1-0 our score. Des Moines with an opportunity that they struck on in the 34th minute. It was Luke Husakuski, the senior midfielder at a UNC Charlotte, that got Des Moines on the board, and that is the difference in the first 45 minutes of play. We'll see if St. Louis is able to respond in the second half. They have work to do, but first they will pause, they will catch their breath, and then they will return back to the pitch in just about 15 minutes. We'll take a break as well, and when we return, second half action here at Spartan Field. You are watching USL League 2 Soccer on the Spartan Digital Network. That was such brutal timing. Wait, well, I didn't even see the goal because I was looking at the replay and I look up and I'm like, oh, shoot. It is what it is. I was like, yeah, they scored. Okay. Play over the board? Or just for the stream? Gotcha. I just wasn't sure. What was that? Mm-hmm. So that's supposed to be, wait, for fouls?
Yeah. So I think I'm curious if he's got something transposed.
3 on target, but 6 total?
Yeah.
For fouls?
That would seem like shots.
That's shots, yeah.
So what's the... I'm curious what shots.
Gotta find the team totals here.
Yeah, which is, because that's on the foul line.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was 8.
Oh, 8, 3
3 on target.
I got you.
Okay. make you pay for food? No. Thank you. Good. I'm all good.
The Yellow Umbrella is your official match day merch provider. Be sure to stop by their table near the main entrance and pick up your FC English merchandise today. You can also visit their store on North Main Street in Esport, St. Charles. Want to stay tapped into everything across the USL, including the latest highlight scores, news, and exclusive chances to win. Be sure to download the official USL app now on Apple and Google Play stores. And Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL. From the academy to the big league, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, player's choice. A big special thank you to Mr. Goodsense Subs and Pasta on Mexico Road in St. Peter's, our official post-game meal provider for players and staff. Be sure to stop by the Mr. Goodsense location on Mexico Road for some delicious sandwiches and subs. FC Ambush is proudly outfitted by the Live Sportsbook. Shop official gear today at the FC Ambush Team Store, powered by the Live Sportsbook.
How long are the different like commercial breaks?
31 minutes, 33.
Okay. What we got? So I'll talk about stuff. Throw the stats up there. I might take another like 30 or 60, like depending on how much time's left.
Yeah, we'll just throw stats out there and you can talk about it or not if you need it.
Okay. Excuse me.
Please welcome back to the field your FC Ambush.
Okay. Welcome back to Spartan Field on the campus of Missouri Baptist University in Creve Coeur, Missouri, where the FC Ambush trailed the Des Moines Menace by a score of 1-0 at the half. It was Luke Husakuski that got the scoring action going 34 minutes in when he put one past Alex Drexler. Outside of that, that is all of the goal-scoring action that we have seen. Both of these two teams keeping this one close and competitive so far. It doesn't entirely show on the shots. Several good opportunities for FC Ambush in the first 20 to 25 minutes of the contest, but nothing cementing nearly as good as what the Menace were able to do in a 3 or 4 minute stretch where they put several great opportunities on, a couple of great saves from Drexler. They hit the post once, and then, of course, Susakuski scoring in the 34th minute. Outside of that, though, things have been pretty even as far as physicality goes. Drexler, a couple of solid saves. Both have had their opportunities on the set pieces. No cards in this one. You always love seeing play look clean up to this point. We'll see if things get a little bit more chippy in the second half, but those are your first half stats. We will take a very brief pause, and then we will return to action here. Second half action between FC Ambush and the Des Moines Menace right here on the Spartan Digital Network. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, that kind of gets me a chance to reset. Action set to begin here in the second half between the Des Moines Menace and FC Ambush. The Ambush still looking for that first win in franchise history at the USL League 2 level. And we'll see if they have a comeback in store. In their first home game of the season 2 weeks ago, they trailed 2-0 at half. They were able to get one back, but it wasn't enough in the efforts. We will see what is to come. They will start off with possession. And with the whistle, we are underway. It is a beautiful night here in Creve Coeur, Missouri. And immediately, a bad turnover for FC, and it'll be a throw-in for the Menace. We've yet to see any substitutions up to this point. We'll see if that is to change here in the second half. Charlie Latshaw III, the head coach of the Des Moines Menace. During the school year, an assistant coach at Chicago State. Josh Clark, his assistant, follows him as well. And I stand corrected. A substitution has been made. Clayton Hamler's evening has concluded. Ryan Kidu entering in for him on the back line. Good opportunity there for FC, and now they will have a corner kick set up here. Pauly and Locker. Pauly sends it in. First headed by Dawson. Knocked away, and now a counter opportunity. Hagen entering into the edge of the 18, puts one on, and it's in! Past the diving Drexler. And just like that, 2-0, Des Moines strikes. Cade Hagen puts it in. His second goal of the season on as many shots. And we see it here on the instant replay. Great touch there and a strike. Nothing that Drexler able to do about that. Unfortunate for the ambush. Aren't able to use the response in the second half, or at the start of the second half, excuse me, to get anything going. Cade Hagan, the goal scorer for Des Moines, making it 2-0 in the 48th minute. So how does St. Louis respond now? That is the question. They have a mountain to climb, and the quicker that they're able to get one, the better position that they're in. 2 weeks ago, it took them to the 75th minute to get that first one back, so a very similar situation here. Dominic Bachstein with it. Back to Hagan. Bachstein was gearing up for the one-timer. It was last touched, though, by the ambush, but they'll reset with your possession. Bachstein to the near corner. Shimanishi looking to send a cross in. He does so. Touched by Des Moines. They have possession. Still Akawa. Gives it off to Bachstein now. Shot put on, but deflected in front, and as a result, rolls easily to Drexler. Rolls it out to Kefejic. Back to his keeper, Drexler. Cade Hagan, a senior out of DePaul University. Prior to was at Pittsburgh. Quick offsides call. Moving the other way now, ambush with it. Originally from Chicago. Guffey looking to put one on here. Deflected out in front. Now Cunningham racing towards it. But not able to get to it before it rolls out of bounds, so we'll have a corner kick. Grant Locker will look to send it in. Can they cut the deficit in half? The boot. Great save by Des Moines Carvalho. Kefejic was there in the area, ready for the header attempt, but snuffed out of the air by the Menace. Gates with it, trying to put some pressure on here. Sending one up. Good job there by Guffey. Takes possession away to the back line. Pauly right back to Guffey. Gates now. He's going to look to send something forward. Instead, he'll keep it on his foot, and now he sends it to the far side. Shot put on. Diving header attempt by Cunningham, but not able to get to it. Excellent effort by the ambush forward. Grant Locker sent that one in. Just a bit too far ahead. Pauly getting a touch on it. Now to Gates. Holding on to it right outside the 18. Fighting for possession. It's taken away and now a counter opportunity. Instead, Des Moines will hold on to it with the back line. They give it back to Carvalho. Good through ball to Akawa. Diving save made by Drexler. Able to get to it just in time. Beats the speedy Yoshiwa Okawa. Alex Drexler, freshman keeper out of Lindenwood University, teammates with Gates. A freshman standing in at 6'6", and he is every bit of that. Holds the school records at his high school, Northwest High, for wins, saves, and shutouts. A 3-time All-State honoree, and he's had a couple of excellent saves tonight. In 2022, the All-State Goalkeeper of the Year. Right now, what the ambush need is some offense. The first 20 to 25 minutes of the contest, very even, back and forth, good opportunities for both teams, and then it felt like a switch flipped, and Des Moines really began to turn it on. And ever since then, in large part, it feels like the ambush have been playing catch-up. A goal in the 34th minute by Luke Husakuski, and then in the 48th, Cade Hagan. Both of them unassisted. Nice job there by Dawson, letting that one roll out of bounds, so it'll be a goal kick. And defending Hagan simultaneously to do so. Fejic sends it up, trying to find Cunningham. He gets to it first, gets a touch on it, able to beat two men. Nice touch. Back to Pauly. He's going to look to switch fields, whether he's able to do so. He finds Gates. Now Kidu, newly entered in. Ball is crossed. Headed by Cunningham. Shot put on. Excellent save out in front. Touched by a defender in front of Carvalho. Let's see if the ambush are able to build off of that. There is work to do as we hit the 57-minute mark. Good ball, and now an opportunity for ambush, and it's in! Andre Chalbad! I don't know how they got away with it. A major defensive blunder for Des Moines, and the speed of Andre Chalbad pays off right there. The right back getting involved in the offensive action, cutting the deficit in half. 2-1 our score.
Ambush fans, help me make some noise for number 33.
Just a little bit of miscommunication. Between the keeper, Carvalho, and Endo. Kuzri on the assist. 2-1, so we have a new ball game. Some new life for the Ambush. Trailing just by 1, and you can tell a little bit of pep in their step now. An opportunity here for another counter. Gates, he has it. Plenty of room, but too strong of a touch. It ends up with Carvalho. And he knew as soon as he made that touch, there was too much on it, looking to the skies. Hagen with it now as we move the other way. Shot wide right from Hagen on the other end. Two to 1 our score. Drexler clears away to Pauly. Tries flicking it forward, instead taken away by Shimanishi. Good touch by Yoshima Okawa. Shimanishi enters into the 18, puts a shot on. Too much on it though, above the crossbar for by about 3 yards probably. And it'll be a goal kick. Shabbat touches it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Menace. Jones sends it in. Bockstein turns, crosses. Oh, what an opportunity. Shot on and in. Three to 1 our score. The Menace respond. They make up for the defensive blunder. What a touch by Bockstein. And he finds Andrew Schaefer to make it 3 to 1. Back to square one for FC Ambush. As we see here on the replay, great touch and not much that Drexler can do about that. Just too much time given to Schaefer there. Very nice touch by Bockstein, but there's no excuse for the Ambush to give Schaefer the time they did to be able to set that one up. 2 bounces to him. 3-1 our score. The ambush trailing. Gates trying to get it back to a 1-goal deficit. Guffey. And we'll go the other way. We'll take a look at the first goal of the evening for the ambush. Andre Shalbad has it deflect off of Carvalho's head. It lands right to him, and at the moment it made it 2-1. But since then, a goal scored by Des Moines, making it 3-1. Couple of substitutions entering in now. For the Menace, exiting Andrew Schaefer, the most recent goal scorer, as well as Dominic Bachstein, and entering in Hassan Gabo and Blake Pipkin. So fresh legs in for Des Moines, and immediately, or correction, not Gabo, Leroy Nzagusi. Pauly finds Gates, touch to the near side, Cunningham with a touch to the edge of the 18, looking to cross with the left, able to do so, but no one is home. Kidu with a shot. Wide left. It was either a cross or a shot or something in between. Either way, it'll be a goal kick for the Menace. 25 minutes remaining here, plus stoppage time. "13 shots tonight for the Menace. 3 goals and an assist. Schaefer, Hagen, and Husakuski credited with the goals for the Menace, and on the St. Louis side, Andre Shalbad. Ball cleared by the ambush, but last touched by Des Moines. So now an opportunity perhaps for St. Louis here, but instead taken away by the FC. A whistle blown, foul called, and we're going to get a card. The first one of the evening, and that is on Juan Kuzri. At least it looks like it. Correction, that looks like it's going to be on Des Moines. It looked like for a moment was going to be on Juan Kuzri. Instead, they give it to Des Moines' Yoshio Okawa. So now a golden opportunity for the ambush to try to get it back to a 1-goal deficit. Kuzri, Locker, and Pauly all standing. Any of them could take the shot from about 22 yards out. Juan Kuzri will take it. Shot put on, deflected away by the wall. Juan Kuzri sends it back in. Cunningham unaware of where it is, and it's cleared out by Des Moines. They negate the opportunity to counter. Hagan gets a touch on it and a foul called. That'll be on Cunningham. Oh, here's an opportunity, but a great deflection by Dawson. Nzagousi was streaking towards goal on what was a really nice through ball. Cunningham exiting, Tristan Austin entering on for the ambush. So Cunningham's evening is over, a couple of opportunities for him. But he will have to wait for his second goal here in League Two. Okawa finds Shimanishi. Crosses. First touched by an ambush. Still with Des Moines. Shimanishi. Taken away by FC. Perhaps an opportunity to counter here. And it'll roll out of bounds as it was last touched by Locker. Sent forward by the ambush. Pauly. Finds Kidu at midfield. Sent to the edge of the 18 where it's cleared out of bounds by Endo. It'll be a throw-in for the ambush. Shalvat fires it into the edge of the 18. Crossed in. And it ends up with Carvalho. 19 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. Ball ends up out of bounds. On the clear from Carvalho. Pauly will throw in right in front of his head coach, Jeff Locker. Tosses down the field, finds Locker to Gates. Guffey, switch fields with it. Finds Shalbad. Now Kidu. Kidu to the newly entered Tristan Austin. Trying to send it in. He's able to do so. Good effort, but Grant Locker not able to finish the opportunity on the one-timer as it goes wide right. And Segusi gets a touch on it. Let's see if he can get around Kafejic. Not able to do so. Good defense shown there by Anel. We move forward now. On Kuzri with it. Gives it to Gates. Switches fields with it. Kidu playing with a cast on his right arm. He sends one in. Tried finding Pauly, but once again, too far there on a similar opportunity that Locker and Cunningham had earlier. And we'll get more substitutions for the ambush this time.
Coming in, number 6, Kyle Nascimento. For number 21, Bobby Pauly. Number 15, Ben Perkins. Coming in, number 16, Tom Gates.
Ben Perkins entering in, along with Kyle Nascimento. Exiting, the captain, Bobby Pauly, as well as the attacker, John Gates. So we'll see what the fresh legs can do for the ambush. Perkins, a freshman out of SIUE, played with St. Louis Scott Gallagher. Stands at 6'2", 165 pounds. Nascimento out of William Jewell College in Liberty, Missouri. Born in Santos, Brazil. And you may recognize the Nascimento name. His father, Paulo Nascimento, goalkeeper for the ambush. And down for the ambush, and a whistle blown with it. Anelka Fejic in some clear pain, and they're going to whistle for the athletic trainer to come on. Anelka Fejic holding on to his right ankle, clearly in some agonizing pain. Not sure if there was a collision, but he will receive treatment now. Kafejic also playing at Lindenwood, but is originally from Wheat Ridge, Colorado. Attended high school here in the area at Melville High. Taking a pause, a water break, both teams. We'll take a quick pause while Kafejic receives treatment, and we'll return in 30 seconds right here on the Spartan Digital Network. More USL League 2 soccer on the Spartan Digital Network. Anelka Fejic being helped off the pitch. Not a good sign. Seeing someone who has contributed so much on the backside for the ambush, and entering in his place will be Nathan Ferguson. So we hope the best for Anelka Fejic, who is aided towards the bench. Play resumes. 12 minutes remaining, as well as stoppage time. The ambush in desperate need of a goal to try and get back into this one. Perkins to Austin, to Juan Cosra. To Ferguson, newly entered. Locker has it stripped away from him. And now we move the other way. Whistle blown, man down for the ambush. That's Kidu, slow to get up after the foul call. And Locker will take the free kick. From 25 yards out. A chance for the ambush to strike back. Locker sends it in. Headed by Austin. Goes nowhere though. It rolls out of bounds and it was last touched by the ambush. And we'll have a goal kick. St. Louis putting a little bit more pressure on. Off of the goal kick. Rolls out of bounds. It'll be a throw in. Locker quickly trying to find Kidu down the sideline. Not able to do so. And back to Des Moines with possession. And Segusi, good opportunity here. Kick save by Drexler. He's had a couple of chances using the speed. The fresh legs entered in about 15 minutes ago. And Drexler gets the best of him on that one as he keeps the ambush in the game. Austin finds Perkins after the throw-in. Juan Kuzri to the far side, trying to find Locker. Can he keep it in? He can. And now a chance to cross. He does so. Headed in. Ferguson off the crossbar. Oh, just feet away from getting it back to a 1-goal deficit. Still with possession. They'll look to counter. They'll look to send something in, excuse me. Perkins cuts in, puts one on. Off the crossbar once again, that time off of the head of a defender for the Menace. Still with the ambush. Deflected out of bounds, and it'll be a corner. What a sequence there for the ambush. Twice hitting the crossbar. And they'll move with some pace. Locker sends it in. Cleared out by Jones. Now a counter opportunity. 3-on-2 for Des Moines. Good touch by Ferguson. Correction, that was Nascimento. And for the moment, holds off the attack, but now a chance to make it 4-1. Shot put on, and it is in. Samuel Green with the assist. And it was who other than Luke Husakuski. The second goal of the night for him. A great feed from Green, newly entered in. And that makes it 4-1. Just not enough in black and purple for the ambush. And Luke Husakuski has his second of the night. Samuel Green with the assist. 4-1, and that basically does this one. looks like we're going to get a card here. Eric Legut will draw that one. The second of the night for Des Moines. Juan Kuzri sending one in. Way too much on it. It'll land out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick. For the Menace. Shalbad with it. Trying to give it off to Nascimento. He's able to do so. Sent forward to Ferguson. No offsides flag, but it doesn't matter. It's headed back to the keeper, Carvalho. At this point, you have to hit on basically every opportunity to want a fleeting chance if you are the ambush. Blocker tries finding Kidu, too much on it, but Shalbad able to get a touch. Too hot for Kidu to handle. Now to Leslie Jones. Leslie Jones, a good touch, sending it down the near sideline, finding the newly entered Kyle Hughes. Gives it away at the midfield. Juan Kuzri to the far side. Kidu. Kidu working, trying to get around one defender. Good defense on the far side by Blake Pipkin. Kidu will send it back to Shalbad. Gives it off to Dawson. Dawson up the far sideline. Kidu not able to handle the hot pass, and it goes back to Des Moines. Austin takes it away from Hughes. Good touch and a flick. Locker with a shot. Diving save by Carvalho. 3 minutes remaining plus stoppage time. I imagine we'll get at least 2 minutes of stoppage time with the injury to Kafejic, plus a couple of goals scored here in the second half. 3 to be specific. Quite a string of events happening on the other end. Great opportunity once again for Nzegusi, who's been very electric for the attack for Des Moines, and a yellow card given to the ambush. And we'll have a penalty kick, I believe. We sure will. So Nzegusi will take this from the spot, looking to make it 5-1 in the waning moments of this one. So Drexler does get the yellow card drawn on him. Whistle blown. Nzegusi takes his steps, shot on, and it's in. Bottom right corner. Drexler dove bottom left, and that makes it 5-1. Leroy Nzegusi. Makes it 5-1. We see on the replay. Nice and easy. Just tap it in, and that's exactly what he did, beating the keeper. And it has been all Des Moines tonight in the second half. You give them credit. It felt like for a brief moment the ambush had momentum moving on their side. Perkins ends up with this one inside the 18 but has it taken away. And a foul called. It felt like for a couple of moments, as said, perhaps there was something going in the right direction for the ambush following the goal from Shalbad, his first of the year. A couple of good opportunities. Gates had a chance perhaps to knot it up, but a strong touch led to it going right to Carvalho. 3 minutes of stoppage time remaining in this one. But following that opportunity from Gates, shortly after, Des Moines tacked on their third goal of the night. That was Schaefer that scored, and then Husakuski another, and then Nzegusi the fifth. And that is how we have our score of 5-1. Just not enough tonight from the ambush, and they will have to wait another week. As we take a look at the upcoming schedules for both teams. Next week, Des Moines remains on the road. They'll face off against Sunflower State. Later this week on the 28th. And for the ambush, they'll head out to Santa Fe to face off against the Wanderers next Saturday. They have the week off. Ferguson with an opportunity here, trying to sweeten this loss prior to the conclusion, and it's knocked out of bounds prior to the opportunity. As a result, it'll be a corner. Kidu gives it off to Locker. See if they can finish a disappointing evening on a bright note. Locker. And Ambush gets ahead on it. Ends up with Guffey, and he sends it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Des Moines. Hughes with numbers. Sends it in. Touched by Nascimento. Trying to put a sixth in. And it's off the left post. My goodness. It went off the left post. And then it rolled slowly across to the right post, but did not cross. Drexler clears this one out. Whistle set to blow any moment, concluding this one. And there it is. That'll do it. 5-1 the final. It has been a impolite greeting to the USL League 2 for the ambush to start. They continue to compete, continue to remain in the mix, but tonight it was all Des Moines Menace. The history continues on, the historical success, I should say, that they have had continues on as they look to get back to the playoffs and finish at the top of the Great Plains Division for a second straight season. 5-1 the score tonight. They move to 2-0. The ambush 0-4 now in league play this season. Goals scored tonight for the Menace by Luke Husikuski, who had the first and the last. Correction, the first and the fourth. Cade Hagan had one tonight, as well as Andrew Schaefer. And the final one being put in by Leroy Nzagusi. Andre Chabad had the lone goal tonight for the Ambush, his first of the season, who has been a solid piece to start off the year for FC Ambush. We'll see if he can continue to build off of his early season success. But that concludes the action tonight. We'll take one final look at the stats. Fouls even in this one. Shots favoring the Ambush tonight, as they were able to put on a load of them in the second half. But not enough getting past Carvalho tonight. 5-1 our final score, as that concludes our coverage this evening. We appreciate you being out for the second home game, staying tuned in with us. As mentioned, the Ambush facing off against Santa Fe next week. They'll be back in 2 weeks here at Spartan Field, hosting the Santa Fe Wonders, a 5 o'clock start. And we hope that you're able to join us here at Spartan Field. If not, we appreciate you joining us here on the Spartan Digital Network. We look forward to next time. I'm Ethan Hannaford saying so long from Creve Court.